just so I can like okay. So with the Nintendo Switch 2 that's coming out, I asked myself, will there be like games that are on launch will be kind of like the poster child of the Switch 2, if it will be only available for the Switch 2. So apparently there is. It's called Split Fiction. So let's check it out. Is it worth it to spend $500 to on a fucking Switch 2? So far, no. But like, unless you're really a fan, but like maybe this will change my mind. We'll see.
What I look for in the game is that thing that keeps me there. And it could be the world, it could be just the general mechanic of it all. And then, of course, the real magic is when all of that comes together.
I mean, that is pretty much how my passion for video games started. And not just for me, I think, for a lot of developers out there. I mean, Nintendo have come up with a lot of features we see in games today are from Nintendo. Mario Galaxy 2, definitely one of my favorite games ever. I just love the level design, I love the creativity in that game. I 100%ed it. I absolutely love it.
And I think that is a thing when you get sucked in that way and you just lose track of time and you're in a different place. That's what games can really do in a way that no other entertainment can.
Split Fiction is a co-op only game, so you have to play with someone. And the story in short.
Okay, good. So they lost 70%, like they lost the majority of their potential buyers because like sorry to tell you, man, like people have no it's 2025, man. Like people have no friends these days. Friends to play video games with, and bro, like uh, but like It Takes Two was successful. But yeah, no, I gotta tell you, like games like this are so ambitious because of it's so difficult. If you are willing to play a co-op game with me, hit me up on my fucking socials. Fuck, it's difficult. Anyway, yeah, so only co-op. This is a big challenge, but also though, it is more possible on Nintendo Switch. I gotta admit, on Nintendo Switch, it can be interesting. Let's see what the fuck you do in co-op in this game.
Short is about two characters, Miyu and Zoe. There are two writers, and they get to a tech company that can simulate your stories to life. And once they're there, they accidentally end up in the same simulation and have to escape the machine. And you have to play their stories to escape the simulation. The thing is though, one writes sci-fi and the other writes fantasy. So you have to play each other's genre.
This is a cool. This is a cool idea.
I wanted to play something with a friend that wasn't just a drop-in, drop-out. I wanted to play something that had, a narrative we could relate to, a character you could relate to, and also like a story we could experience together. Because you don't do it in gaming. In gaming, often you have your single-player experience, and then you have your co-op. Most of the time, it's a shooter or a drop-in, drop-out, or some kind of like a, So that's where it started.
It comes down to the shared experience. That's the thing. You want to usually watch a movie with someone. You want to go to a concert with someone, and that's the same with playing a game as well. It takes experience.
Yeah, I do want to go to a concert with someone, and I do want to go to watch movies with someone. So if you are someone available, uh, just hit me up. Hit me up. I'm lost in the middle of Europe. We'll figure it out. Like since I broke up with my ex, I need I need someone. Hit me up on my socials. Don't be shy. I'm just joking.
To something else when you do that experience you have with someone else in a game, that would
Except for my ex, we really did broke up.
not be the same unless they are there, because you're interacting with each other. That's what I really love with sharing a gaming experience with someone else.
The whole function with a great co-op, I believe, is to come up with mechanics that feel great and nice to play, and that complement each other in a really nice way, and that puts the player in a way where you have to communicate.
So the opportunities that the Nintendo Switch 2 is giving Split Fiction is basically the core stuff that Nintendo Switch 2 has now, which is, for example, the game chat, where you can really play it without being able to talk to the person you're playing with. So having that as a core feature, we make sure that we know that everyone who plays the game will be able to communicate, of course in couch, but also online. And as you have.
Do you remember all like the videos about like children talking in Fortnite? Take the time to fucking like think about like all the time like you saw a video on YouTube and you were like, Fortnite, what's all about? Why the fuck did this speak so strange? They speak English, but like it's not the same English that we speak. Like, it must be chiller. Like, I'm guessing that like the audience that will buy this game will be nicer, but like, like, I really have no hope when it comes to like community, like doing like community stuff with other people, just because people are just so fucking weird, you know?
Have the game share as well. We know that there's a low barrier to just trying the game out with a friend, so you can really make sure that you get into the game quickly, and then hopefully hook them on it, and you can become those greater friends.
It's a good way to test your relationship.
It really
Actually, co-op will always be part of our DNA. I'm not saying we will only do co-op in the future, but we will always try to push the medium forward of co-op. What can we do there? First of all, we have become a way more experienced team. From a technical perspective, everything looks way better. It plays way better and it runs way better. So this is definitely the next step for Hazelight, and you will see when you play the game.
It is only possible for us to be able to put it out on the Nintendo Switch 2. So to be able to keep bringing our co-op games to a new generation of Nintendo platforms is just great.
Bring it on then! 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, so I will say a couple things. So releasing this on the Switch 2 is actually a great idea, because the people on the Switch 2 are not the fucking degenerates that you find on other platforms. So this is first a good idea. Secondly, It Takes Two was really successful technically. So having like a different, like, for people that really love It Takes Two, having like another game that they can be interested with, like, will be something that it's somewhere like if it's good, it will be really good, right? And something like a small detail that like find really cool is that they took because like there was like other games based on cooperation, but they took two girls to actually like as main characters. And I think that like that this is a cool thing, like especially when it comes to video games, when it comes to, because like name five video game girls that are like protagonists, right? The main character. It's not a lot. You think about Tomb Raider. Yeah, I think like maybe some character like in your fucking MMO or something, but that's it, right? So I think that like this is really cool because it opens to another audience that like that maybe can find some fun and discover video games, just because for once like they told themselves, yeah, let's create like a fucking fiction based on like a girl friendship. And I think that like this is actually really cool. So when it comes to gameplay, I don't know. And the last thing that I will add, the last thing that I will add is how is it called? Uh, uh, um, the last thing that I will add is that like the philosophy of game, how is it called? The idea of that like you have two different type of like two type of style, let's say, of like progress is something that I really find interesting, Like it is interesting, and I think that like it is cool to see that like maybe it's kind of like this bet where like if it's good, it will be really good. If it's bad, it will be okay. But like yeah, so we'll see. So we'll see. Okay,